Hey guys, how you doing? Um, I hope all of you enjoy this few days the U.S. stock market's rally, right? Because Trump, first of all, yes, Trump won the election, right? And then second is yesterday, as planned, right? Fed cut the interest rate to a quarter, right? That is as planned, right? I think that 1,500 points rise of the Dow Jones 2 days before included this already, right? But yesterday, Nasdaq still rise up more than 200 points, right? Then makes it quite expensive, right? Makes it quite expensive. And then Trump is organizing for the new government already, right? We heard from that. Also included the council. So everything seems very moving very quick and quite intense, right? For the trade war is coming. May not be only for U.S. and China, maybe also with Europe. I don't know, right? Because Trump is not so predictable. But I do think that is to a certain extent then he is predictable. Because he is a businessman, right? Businessmen always can be negotiated, right? That means to exchange something with me, something like that, right? Benefits. This is what businessmen looking for, right? Politics is a little bit difficult to exchange because politics means power, right? Power, governing power. But merchant only have profit, right? So quite different. And today, then actually we go through this stock few months before, but not deeply, right? That is APPLOVING. And yesterday, this stock flies because of good quarter result. But I don't think so, right? Because we know that some of the stock in this few days flies. The valuation become very high indeed, right? So we have to be very careful, right? So we'll go for that. Our Falcon portfolio just 1% to the new high, 123 yesterday already. So for any of you that have any comment, you can leave your message under the YouTube, or you can directly leave your message, send an email to Ustockmarketweekly@gmail.com. Sorry that not a lot of pictures from AppLoving, so I just took this one from the internet. AppLoving stock price, right? We'll come to that. That's the reason why yesterday Dow Jones not rise up, just so, right? Just you can see that not rise up, not dropping. Because it rised 2 days before already. You can see that in the lower right corner, 52-week high for Dow Jones, 1 year high for Dow Jones is 43,000 already. All right, now is also 43,000, but just 100 points dropped it. All right, so it reached the new high already for this year. But not for Nasdaq. Nasdaq still rally, right? Yesterday, rise more than 285 points to 19,000 already. You can see that in the lower right corner. 1 year's lowest point is 13,000. Now is 19,000. Rise 6,000 points. Nearly 50%. It's too high, I tell you honestly. Rise too high already, right? So our Falcon 350,000 portfolio been raised to 122%, just 1% our new high. And then this year we have the increment of 16% and applied material go back to rising, right? 4%. I just put a circle for you. So our actually this is as planned, right, for Fed to cut the interest rate by a quarter, right? Before is half, right? That means in this year, 2024, Fed cut 3/4 of the interest rate, right? And now it's 4.5 to 4.75%, down 0.75% this year, right? For China, very bad news when Trump comes back, right? Very bad news for China. And now China is expected to announce a very highly anticipated fiscal stimulus package, right? Just I don't think that it will have a long. You know that I explained it in the Hong Kong program, right? What the trade war means is to make all the enterprises and business out from China. Now they don't need to think too much. 4 years before, when Trump's there, they need to think. There is economic benefits in China, big population, economy very good, right? You ask me to live, where should I go, right? We have a lot to think. The enterprises have a lot to think, right? But after the 3 years COVID-19, and then for these 2 years, the crash of China economy, they don't need to think a lot. We should go, right? You no need to ask your boss. You should go. Why you ask me? Included LV, Hermes, right? We can see a lot of car brands of Japan. They have to move out because no profit there. Why I still put the people there, put the employee there, right? Why I need to always travel to China, no benefits, right? We cannot make money out from there, right? So this is a disaster to China, right? No matter what you did, right? If you cannot earn the money from outside, then you can just do it, right? But no use. And then if I think that you can remember, right? At the last day of Trump, 4 years before, he once said that he may fire Powell, right? And then Trump lose, and then Biden's come up. Now Trump comes back. Will he fire Powell? Well, I think he will. Actually, 4 years before, this conversation have the explanation that president do not have the authority to fire the Fed chairman, the Fed chief, do not have, right? But he can keep the pressure on, make you very uncomfortable. You have to make your monetary policy in line with the US government's policy, right? So what Powell said is correct. He need not to resign, but there is a lot of pressure. Make you feel not comfortable to sit there, right? That's what it is. And I've watched it for 10 minutes, and Powell said he doesn't want to talk about anything about the election result, right? That means inside his heart, he's still struggling. If Trump really opened the mouth and said, please go, should he stay, right? I think that's what he's thinking about, right? Of course, on the mouth, then he said that, Trump can't legally fire him, but he can make him very uncomfortable and very unhappy. Your policy must in line with the government. That is what the Fed needs to do, right? That's what I can say, right? Like I just said, see that Nathan shares punk more than 10%, right? Everything now in China, they have to move out. No profit there. Waste of money there. Right? Waste of money there. Why you should invest your money there? Right? Why you need to go there and no profit? Right? So I think the coming trade war from Trump to China, it's just in line with the trend. Now is what the foreign enterprises now facing in China. Why I stay here? And now we learned that from the internet. Even for the coffee machine, making of the coffee machine, they move out from China. Right? Because if Trump put 50 to 60% to everything from China, then no way then they should stay there, because the product cannot go into China, go into the US. Too expensive. Right? It's way too expensive. Why I need to pay the money for the custom? Then if like that, then they should move out to anywhere, not China, and do not touch with China. Right? Because anything related then will be put up 50% or even a 100% tariff on their product. There's no way they can survive. Right? That's what it is. For Samsung, it's not that story. Right? Samsung, we know that now is HBM storage, right? High-speed computing memory. And now is for Skynex, not Samsung anymore. Although also South Korea, right? So Samsung had a hard time now, but she's been happy for a long time already, right? More than, as I can remember, more than 12 or 13 years already, right? Okay, then we go to AppLoving. This company, not very old, not very young, 12 years, established on 2012, right? That means 12 years. And you can see that yesterday, the stock price ran up 46%, right? After the quarter result announced it. And now the market cap is, wow, 82 billion US dollar, but with a very high PE ratio, right? Very high PE ratio. For past 5 years, stock price increased 3 times. And for last year, increased more than 5 times, right? Because money come in. That's the reason, because the money come in. What is the business model? That means how he earned the money. By 3 ways. First, actually, AppLoving is a mobile technology company. Write the apps, right? Write the apps, right? Write the app program for you, for customer. And AppLoving is generated from ads purchased by advertiser. That means I do the app and I take the digital advertisement from advertisers. You use my app, then I can have the authority to put the app to the advertisement inside that app. And then they get the advertisement fee from the advertiser. First one. And the second one is the revenue sharing agreement between some of app studios. That means she has some studios, maybe franchise, maybe by her own, right? And then she has an agreement with them. Okay, put some apps on, and then we share the profit. And the third one is the third-party studio. And not only for studio, and also for some games, right? And put the app inside the game, so they make the money as well. So that is the mainstream for AppLoving to make money, is by advertisement. Actually, it's not making of the app. Yes, she is making app, but main point is making app and put the advertisement inside. We can see that the monthly active payers 1 year before for last quarter decreased from 1.7 million people to 1.6, but the average revenue per monthly active payer increased from $46 US to 52, right? that may be an offset, right? There is the advertisement market in the US, right? And for the forecast, the CACR may be 13.4%, quite a lot, from this year to the coming 8 years per year. And the this in-app advertisement market, the market size is 192 billion US dollar and may increase it to, wow, 2.5 times in 8 years after, 523.72 billion US dollar. It's a big increment, right? There are key players, right? Google and then AppLoving, as far as we should know, right? So there are two aspects for AppLoving to earn the money: software platform and the app revenue. That means making the app. You can see that making the app, the revenue is dropping for the last 2 quarters, although the EBITDA is rising. And for the software platform, increasing, keep increasing. On my red line, that is the net income. You can see that keep increasing in last 5 quarters. And then yesterday, she announced that the third quarter result, and no matter is the earnings per share and the revenue beats the expectation. Revenue, very good, 1.1 billion US dollar, right? 1 year before, 864 million US dollar, only increased by 38%, right? 38%. And for the net income, very good, 434 million US dollar compared to 108 1 year before. That means increased nearly 4 times, or you can say 3 times, right? You can see the diluted earnings per share increased from 30 cents to 1.25, right? Times 4. Very good. On the finance, not very bad. Current asset 1.875 billion US dollar, and the current liabilities is very low, just 779 million US dollar, and the long-term debt is a little bit high, 3.4 billion US dollar. But after deducting and then calculation, we presume is 5%, right? And then for 10 years, then for every year, what she need to pay back is only 0.4 billion US dollar, right? And for the whole year, net income now is 1.7 billion US dollar. So should be more than enough. So I put a red tick for her. On the finances, okay. For net cash provided by operating activity, 1.3 billion US dollar compared with 717 million US dollar before, increased nearly by 1 time. Good enough. So you can see that for the app revenue, nearly no improvement, right? The same, nearly the same. And for the app EBITDA, very, very low. Maybe the expenditure is very high. But for the software platform, everything comes from that software platform, right? You can see that. Forward PE now is only 48.8, not high, right? And the only one thing that if you thinking to buy this stock or not is do you think this business model is sustainable or not? A lot of competitors out there, and there is not a lot of monopoly on the technology, right? Because I paste the advertisement to you or to other competitors, the result is the same, right? You can always see some advertisement when you open the app. That's what it is. So no monopoly. not an advantage in the advertisement. That is a lot of investor thinking on that, right? If I buy the stock for a large sum, can it be sustainable? Right? A lot like Microsoft, a lot like iPhone or AMD or Nvidia, they have the monopoly. They have the technology, but not for app loving. All the apps they are provided can be done by the others, right? No technology now for app making already, right? So have to think about it, right? But the stock price, really very impressive, right? For the stock price rise, right? So we need to think about that, right? Okay, thanks guys for watching, and like, comment, share are welcome. So please subscribe to this channel, and then I hope everyone have a very happy weekend, right? See you guys on next Friday. Bye bye.